Have you been on the Kundalini ride? She's a wild one. I've been on it the last few years, and due to my now extensive experience with it, I'd like to share some pointers with those people that may be struggling with it. So if you're at the beginning of a Kundalini Awakening, this one is for you, okay? Firstly, I want you to know that everything is okay. Everything is okay and there's nothing wrong with you. The big issues that I had at the start was like I was feeling sensations in my body that I just hadn't felt before. Like I could fully feel the aliveness of the energy in a way that I just felt really uncomfortable for me. It felt foreign and, yeah, like I said, uncomfortable. And so that was a big hurdle to get over, like just to lean into the fact that this is what my body is doing and I need to allow it. I just need to allow it. Another thing that would happen a couple of times is like I'd just be there and suddenly I'd find myself standing like this for the first time in my life. I hadn't done yoga then. I had no interest in it, but then suddenly I'm just standing like this and it's just like, oh my gosh, how did my body even get here? How did that happen? Oh, it was unsettling. But I was okay. It was just new and weird, and I guess I felt out of control. But that's the thing though, that Kundalini energy is about bringing control back to us, about helping us get back in balance and in flow with who we are. So the Kundalini energy is life force energy. It is said that there is the dormant energy in each of us that remains at the base of our spines until a particular time comes that awakens that divine energy. Its roots are found in the Hindu tradition. This correlates with the chakras, the energy systems as well. And so the point of a Kundalini awakening is it kicks off a purification process to help balance all of your energy. So what will happen is the serpent awakens and it will help guide you through those places that you haven't wanted to look at. To really get in there in those traumas, in those attachments, like where are we attached to suffering? What are we trying to hide from? The energy will shake things up, these things that we haven't wanted to look at for years and years, and it'll say, boom, I'm still here. Maybe we do something with me now. So it's that purification. And the point of the purification is to help balance it all out, to help us for yoga, for union with the God self, with the all, to help us get to the point where that serpent energy goes through the crown chakra and rejoins with the all. That's the aim of it. There's nothing to be scared of. It's another way to look at that divine energy is, well, in the Hindu tradition they say it's Shiva and Lord Shiva and Shakti, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang. And so they're going through balancing it all out. And so the way that I think of it, like I've said, is divine energy, and it's our higher self. It's our own soul that is the one that's guiding us through. So I know for me at times, like I wouldn't want to look at things and I wouldn't want to deal with things, and I just wanted the weirdo feelings to stop. And I'd be like, universe, why are you doing this to me? Like this, would you just stop? But then when I realised, like, I'm the one doing this. I'm the one choosing this. Like it brought a whole new outlook to it for me. Like, so why am I doing this? How am I trying to help myself? Because I'm always trying to help myself. I'm not trying to hurt me or anyone, but the reality is, going through that healing, through the purification, it's gonna hurt. And like, while we all go to great lengths to avoid pain, the way to our spiritual freedom is through that very same pain we're trying to avoid. That pain is neither good nor bad. It's just there. And it needs some love. It needs some tenderness. Some attention. We need to go into those caves. We need to sit with those places where we hurt. We need to befriend those shadows so we can help walk them out into the light. There is nothing to be scared of. This is our way home. So my other point number 2, is that my Kundalini experience got so much easier once I learned how to surrender. We need to surrender to the divine energy that has been awoken within us. And like, this surrender doesn't happen once. That'd be easy, wouldn't it? It happens over and over and over again. Like, I look back now to what I thought was surrender a couple of years ago, and I have evolved a great deal in the last few years, and surrender is done with so much more depth now. And I anticipate I'll feel the same way in a couple more years. It'll be like, oh, okay, I got more of it now, I understand more of it now. Because it's no like just getting to the finish line. Like, there is no finish line. It's always growing and learning and evolving. And like, even if we purify enough and if we're in union, we get to union with the God self, like, it's not all over then. Because we're collectively, we're one being, we are one breathing, beating body. So if this one cell managed to get to union with the God self, that's all good and well, but you're not really there if all the other cells aren't there either, hey? Because this is a collective. We're in it together. And if we happen to know a little bit more than others, well, it's our role to turn around and help the ones behind us. We have to. What other option is there? So this Kundalini experiences that I've been going through, and I continue to go through every day. Really scary at first. When I was able to really start surrendering for the first time and just accept that my life is not going to be what it used to be. I'm not going to feel the way that I used to feel. Maybe I'm not even going to think the way that I used to think. Once I started that surrender, it got easier. And it's just like, all right, if the old's done, where are we going with the new? I don't know where we're going, but I trust. I'm just going to lean in, and I'm gonna try to flow with it. That's what I've been doing. And so when it all kicked off, I didn't know how much it was going to change my life. And I also didn't know how much grace I'd been given. Such a wonderful gift to have that energy awoken within us. It'll go back to sleep if we don't work with it, if we don't help her, if we don't meet it. We've got to do our part. The awakening is only the first step. We need to take the next ones. There's nothing wrong with us. The Indians have known about this stuff for millennia. I'm really glad this information is now creeping out into more countries, which is wonderful. But I know in the societies that I've been raised, this is sort of not common knowledge and commonly accepted, but that's okay. Each to their own. This, I know, this is true for me, and I'm okay with it. I don't need to prove it to anyone. I just want to help somebody else that may be struggling as well. So remember, There's nothing wrong with you. You're safe to go through this. Everything is okay. And surrender. I believe in you. You got this.